I would choose Free Rent. Free Rent is a more fuller story. I would even choose Delicious in Dungeon would be a more fuller story than Solo Leveling. Um,
Damn.
So like,
but let's just jump back into Anime of the Year 2025 winners list. Let's start with the banger, the obvious, the big problem in the what's going on here is Anime of the Year. We have Solo Leveling, and this is like season 1 Solo Leveling, winning over nominees Dandadan, Delicious in Dungeon, Freerin, Kaiju number 8, and Apothecary Diaries.
Now,
Mhm.
you remember what our prediction was? That one episode we did with at Just Afro, who, by the way, I saw at DreamCon. Shout out to him.
Oh, you did? Okay, dope.
Got a picture. Do you remember what we said? What we predicted was gonna win?
I think we predicted Solo, but I might have voted for Free Rent.
Yeah. I think that's how.
Yeah, I wish if Crunchyroll had like what you voted for on this list, this would have been a super fire list to have up here. But,
Yeah. I mean, we can always review. The that episode. But I think we did say, so I don't think that was a big surprise for real.
Yeah.
For people, but people were they had a discourse about it.
Yeah. So I think it's a popularity contest in the sense that everyone, if you watched anime in the last year, you probably voted for Solo Leveling, and maybe you haven't even seen Free Rent. So that could be the case, but it's also the case that there is a board, like a panel that also contributes to the vote. So that would alleviate like a popularity contest kind of thing, and maybe it's more about experts, like they know anime, they watched it all, and they can give a fair vote, but it's still lean towards the popularity pick, which is Solo Leveling, in my opinion. So people are kind of saying BS. If you've seen Free Ren, and if you've seen Solo Leveling first season, I would choose Free Ren. Free Ren is a more fuller story. I would even choose Delicious in Dungeon would be a more fuller story than Solo Leveling.
Damn, really?
There's a few. You might even make a case for Dandadan being better. This is I'm talking about Solo Leveling season 1. This is what is like mentioned. So
Yeah.
I'm going off of that. I think Solo Leveling season 1 was like it's good action, but it's not really holding the candle to some of the deeper narrative of some of these other animes have. So that's how I feel about it. I think that's how generally the people that seen all these other animes are like, yeah, would have probably agree with me. So
I feel you. I almost feel as if like maybe there should be another type of awards. Just we should have a mock one and choose our own award.
Yeah,
because I think they are gonna lead towards the popular vote. But I just asked Google quick, how are the winners chosen in the Crunchyroll Awards? The Crunchyroll Anime Award winners are chosen through a combination of judge votes and fan voting. First round, panel of judges select the initial nominees for each category. Then in the second round, both judges and fans vote, with judges' vote accounting for a larger portion of the final result, typically 70%, and fan votes contributing the rest 30%. Nomination by judges. But I don't know what the criterion is for judging. I'm assuming it is going to be like popularity, because what Solo Leveling really did do well was leverage like the audience anticipation with the cliffhangers and getting like straight to the point. with as little character development and detail as possible,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. Was where like Freeing is would you categorize that as a seinen? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct. Type of category, genre, or a seinen, or
Maybe.
I mean, it's definitely slice of life, right?
Yeah. I would lean it towards slice of life, but it has action and all of that other stuff in it. So that might be a tough one for me to categorize.
There, because I'm like, with it's just this. It's just a reflection of this world. We like the short form stuff. People don't have attention spans. People don't like cinema, as I like to say, as much. And Freedom is very much cinema. It takes a little more foreplay, a little more detail, a little more nuance and subject to so when they do have the action sequence, it hits. As well, like soul level is a little more evenly paced, and it's a good balance. It's not bad, but yeah,
I agree. I agree. Yeah. The for the brain rotters, no, the short attention span folks, the solo leveling might just be more, up their alley, and this is just overall a better anime to them, fair to them, Anime film of the year went with look back, I did not know about Global Impact Award went to Attack on Titan.
Okay.
Best continuing anime series went to Demon Slayer.
Wow.
Ashura Training Arc. Yeah, it actually stole it over One Piece and Bleach, which is kind of shocking, but
allow it.
Best new anime series, Solo Leveling. Best original anime, Ninja Kamui actually still got the vote. So shout out to them for the good first 3 episodes, hey, I guess,
I call it cap. Somebody rigged that. Nope. Talking about Ninja coming after the first 3 episodes.
Yeah, it was a dead topic after the first 3 episodes. Best animation goes to Demon Slayer Hashira Training Arc. I agree with that. With the last scene when they pulled up with all the Hashiras pulled up on Muzan. That was good animation. The whole house blew up. Yeah, so
they said it cost like $1 million for that sound, some ridiculous number.
Yeah. Best character design, I would agree to Don, the 2 main characters and the little side, grandma characters are both good. Really uniquely good, See, this is what I think you were talking about with Frieren having best director. It's like it's beyond just overall anime, but it's storytelling and direction and things like that it might win. So hey, it won something. Best background art went to Frieren. Best romance, I don't know, Blue Box. Best comedy anime went to Mashle, Magic and Muscles.
Okay, yeah, no, that was funny. Mashle was funny. You put me on.
Yeah, I'm not big on comedy, but it's like action enough with the comedy that it's like, okay, I could probably watch for a little bit. Obviously, the intros, sold people to click on the anime and watch it. So I already know they were gonna win that. Best action went to Solo Leveling. Best Isekai went to Re Zero Season 3. I haven't seen it, but again, Frieren wins Best Drama. Best main character?
What?
Best main character. Who you think?
Jinwoo.
Sun Jinwoo. That's tough. I think, if I remember correctly, I voted for Kafka Hibino or Freeren from Freeren.
Yeah.
We was rooting for the 30-year-old middle.
Damn, Kaiju number 8 didn't get no love.
I don't think they did, but I'm gonna keep scrolling.
Damn, Kaiju number 8 snubbed at the Crunchyroll.
Must protect at all costs. Character Anya Forger, of course. Gotta protect the little girls. Creepy Nuts with the Dun 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 opening. Best anime song, of course. Solo Leveling wins anime score. Yep.
Solo Leveling anime score. None of the music sticks out to me in Solo Leveling. The score wise.
Yeah.
I
don't. It doesn't stick out to me neither. But I'm assuming it's maybe like fight scene music. That's the score, right? I think you can technically consider that the score.
I'll
I
run
think
that.
some of that was pretty good. But I did see a little conspiracy here. There was an anime on this list that got no action at all, and that's Delicious in Dungeon. And it was showcased by Netflix exclusively. And I think, Crunchyroll being the Crunchyroll Awards, we don't award awards to Netflix anime, That's what people are saying. Like, it's a little bit of,
That's fair.
Yeah.
Politics.
Yeah.
Petty politics.
Petty politics.
But
I think Delicious in Dungeon could have won something.
You've been singing praises about Delicious in Dungeon. You think objectively it's really good, though?
Yeah, it's a really good story.
What made it stand out?
I like the character group. The characters are really unique, and if you are into that dungeon exploring, if you're a fan of D&D and you like the adventure and the random stuff that happens when you go adventuring in dungeons, it has all of that and it does it well. And the animation is kind of, I don't want to say it's like Ghibli-esque, but it has a different tone to the animation. But it's really nice. I watched it. I binged it on Netflix. It was good, and it was surprisingly good. And it's a cool story, and it has some like layers to it. It's just not like happy-go-lucky things happen. Like there's bad people, terrible things, good things. So yeah. The thing that's really cool about it, I would say, is if you're a foodie, it has like a foodie element to it, but is related to like monster parts. It's like, we just sliced up this like demon mushroom, but one of the main characters is like a chef, so he's like, don't next time you kill them like this, make sure you don't take their head, because it's really good stew, and you can chop the legs off this way, and you can make like they take a deep emphasis on the food aspect of the show, and it's just like, oh wow, like this is like a lot more than just adventuring with your friends. You know what I'm saying? They dig into the food aspect of it too, so it's really cool. Yeah.
Real quick, who won Best Romance? I've been kind of looking for some romance anime maybe to watch with my wife.
Best Romance was Blue Box. Never heard of it?
All right, I'm gonna write that down. Because that could be very taboo and hit or miss if you're looking for romance anime. And then we go, this is my stepsister. It's like, oh, wrong anime, wrong anime. No, I did not mean to. I thought it was gonna be something normal,
Yeah.
Blue Box. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I haven't dabbled in romance in anime yet. The most romance I've probably dabbled in is probably like Sword Art Online, Kirito and his girlfriend or something like that.
It's a good old school gym. I don't know if you heard of it. I think it's called Nana.
Nah.
You ever heard people talk about this one? It's like a slice of life. There's no magic, no monsters, but it's about a girl traveling from the country to Japan, and she befriends this like hipster emo girl also named Nana, and there's just
Mm.
drama, relationships. But my wife was really into that one. She's like, "Oh, it's pretty
Okay,
cool."
cool. Yeah. No, I haven't heard of it. That's cool. So yeah, that's the anime awards.
Not mad at it. I saw the winner for best music
Mm-hmm.
or music. Yoasobi best anime song for Idol. Have you ever heard of this anime or manga? Idol?
Idol?
Yeah.
Anime called Idol?
I think is it called Oshinoko?
Not familiar. I don't think I've heard of it.
I think if it's this one, buy me. I had a box of anime that sometimes I randomly go to the bookstore and buy. It's
Yeah.
called Oshinoko.
Okay.
I think it's about Idol, but I started reading it and then I immediately just threw it. I was like, turn the shit off because it was like she was like 13 and some older dude was trying to push her to become an idol, and it
Uh-huh.
was getting to a gray area. I was like, I'm not into
Oh
it, so I don't know
no. Yeah.
the anime adaptation of that.
Mm.
But the song was cool. They was like rapping in Japanese. That's always fun. I think best anime song I think you mentioned was the Bling Bang Bang Born Creepy Nuts.
Yeah, Creepy Nuts got a new song out too. I don't know if I put you on to this just yet, but they got
You on it?
they got a
You got Apple Music.
what, wait, say that again?
So you have them on your Spotify playlist rotation?
Yeah, I do have a playlist of some anime like intros and stuff, but not this one, not yet. I might have to add them at this point. Let me see. OP Mosh by. Is this the one? Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can share screen. So
もってこいだ。吸血鬼は人間だった時の私物が弱点になり。
うん。
違ってる。いや、あのはお前らという存在だ。こっちも思い出せない。人間だった時。今も言ってた。何を隠してるんですか？私の血を飲みなさい。お前の病気の全て話して突拍子もないこと言うんです。
Now,
Yeah.
Tripping, are they gonna do Afrobeat?
Yeah, definitely got some Afrobeat vibes to it.
No, I like it. It's cool. It's always
Shout out to them. They staying hip to some stuff.
anime, but I wasn't even paying attention. What was going on?
Yeah, there's a lot going on. So that is that was the new Creepy Nuts song. So sounds like notes of either Afrobeat, if not, or like I want to say it had a little compa sound into it, like
Okay. yeah.
Maybe certain instrument that kind of brings it out to me. But I know there is like a weird Afrobeat compa fusion happening sometimes, or soca Afrobeat. Yeah. Creepy Nuts is, they know how to make good music apparently, or make good music that the masses like to hear. So shout out to them. They're doing pretty good.
Good for them. On with it.
I'll end my rant, I guess. We can move on to our anime recommendation section.
I was looking up one. You mind if we could play this trailer? Gachiakuta. Gachiakuta. Crunchyroll just released a new trailer for it. I didn't really see it. Gachiakuta.
Gachiakuta trailer. Okay. I think I've seen like the imagery at least.
Yeah.
Is this from Crunchyroll 2 days ago? The main trailer? Okay. You have it pulled up?
Yeah. Let's look at that.
Okay. We'll just do it old school.
1 minute 49 official trailer.
Yeah, I have it queued up. Let me know when I can count it down.
You got it down.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So I going on.
All right, yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty interesting.
July 6th. Is there any notable director or studio? Let me see.
Let me see. All I've been seeing is like from Crunchyroll. I think it's a Crunchyroll original.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't see anything. But yeah, that looked pretty interesting. Thought this Black woman character would be more involved, but I'm willing to give it a try. But other than that, I'll check that out. Other than that, I still been watching To Be Hero X. It's pretty cool. Windbreakers is pretty interesting. The fight choreography is just peak in Windbreakers.
Talk about Windbreakers a little bit, because I haven't been keeping up, but
they left off fighting fighting Shishitora and the Yellow Jackets, which I did a cosplay on that. I thought the Yellow Jacket looked pretty hard.
Yeah.
They fought them. The main character, protagonist Sakura, he wants to be the leader of the gang. It's basically the subgenre I coined delinquents subgenre anime. It's really crazy because they be having scenes in classrooms and schools. I've yet to see a teacher in this town that they protect both here in the green team, and they just squabbling with gangs. There was this other crazy gang. They wore hoodies. And they was just on some sociopath stuff, just beating up their own gang members. One of the friends, he had a best friend that joined that team, and he was trying to make them switch sides and see the light. And then it ended up in a big brawl. And they was using like pipes and weapons. And
Mm.
Sakura had to step up as a leader. Now the second season is more of what it means to be like a leader and having to defer tasks to other people, trusting your underlings,
Yeah.
which you can see he kind of struggles with, which is really relatable, especially as we're going up in our careers and we're having more responsibilities, having to trust other people because he's had some checkered past that they haven't really given too much detail on, but he's always had to rely on himself, and it's hard for him to like trust others and be the leader of a team. And yeah, so that's interesting. They're showing more of the hierarchy of both Yura and the Green Team, and how they interact and the dynamics of that is very dense in typical anime fashion. There's panels, there's leaders, there's judges. I was like, oh god, they
Okay. All right.
introduced
It gets deep. Okay. Cool.
yeah, they introduced this one character who's like a captain. I believe she was born a man, but she's transitioned to this woman. So they're playing, and I think they do it tastefully how they introduce this character.
Mhm.
And she's like, because clearly she has a lot of respect, and she be squabbling, and she
Hey.
be in the Harajuku district dancing and stuff. But
Okay.
don't fuck with
What's
it,
up?
which is pretty cool. So you're seeing a lot of dynamics with the different people in the team, and even I like what they do different than Tokyo Revengers. So
Mhm.
they have like a journalist type dude that's in their gang. He can't fight. He's a big supporter of Sakura and his rise to becoming the head dog, but he can't fight. But he realizes he can't fight, and he sees Sakura growing, so he takes it upon himself to learn to fight. He asks another
Hey.
dude
Okay.
with the eye patch, and he's getting lessons. So
Okay.
the first lesson, he was like, "What should I do?" He's like, "Well, you need to know how to protect yourself. So a lot of people, they're gonna punch for the head. So I
Mhm.
want you just to duck and just roll in the ball first. So that's your first." And he executes that very well, but it's very applicable. When you squabble and protect your head, people do just, I don't know why people don't go for like body shots
Body
more
shots.
often,
Yeah.
but they get into detail about fighting. It's really good. There's a lot
Mhm.
of talking, which I believe why it's not gotten the hype that it deserves. And
Yeah.
if you see the clips, they usually circulate the fights. But like I say, it's a lot of foreplay. Then when they get to the fights, I'm all in. I was
The
like,
big
oh shit,
payoffs.
they're
Yeah.
really
Yeah. Yeah.
squabbling.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but like Tokyo Revengers, that dude, the main protagonist, he never learns how to fight or gets better at fighting, and
Yeah.
that's not his interest. So that's why I was like, get this shit out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
How you gonna be a leader of a gang and you can't squabble?
Yeah, he just face tanking everything. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, folded.
Yeah, I gotta
And of course, Fire Force was still watching. But what
Fire
about you?
Force. Yeah. I think that's about it. I want to branch out to Moonrise. Every time I click on Netflix, I'm like, I need to get to Moonrise, but I guess no one's like really talking about it or spoiling anything, so I'm kind of slow playing that. But I do want to get to Moonrise because I
That's gonna
think
be
it's
my
like, yeah.
because I've seen a lot of it. It looks pretty interesting. The premise
Mhm.
looks dope. I want to
The
watch.
premise looks dope, and just off the trailer alone, like it has like unique stuff going on with their capes and like whatever's like draped on them has like technology built into it, so that looks fun and cool. So I'm like I really need to get to it. So, but I think for anime recommendations, there we go. Yes, there's a bunch out there, and when July turn around, there's gonna be a bunch more. Dandanon's coming back, so it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, we need to get on it. Wipe up all these spring animes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So with that, man, I think we can wrap this all up.
This will do it. We've been Two Weebz in the Pod, your anime recap review show. Check us out on YouTube, all platforms, and peace. We'll check you out later. Bye.
Peace. We're out here.